GloryDaze. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With Apple Green, brightening your day. Now, bringing over 400 M&S food favourites to make every stop tastier.
Oh, look at this Easter, PJ.
Easter, would you look at that? It's Good Friday and we're doing this and it's a great Friday. We've done nothing but eating chocolate since we came in here today. Although Jim is behaving himself. Big old feckin' party shiter, is he?
I had to do something. Come on, man, I had to do something. I was worried that I'd be walking along one day and some kind-hearted person would try and push me back into the sea, thinking that I'd been stranded.
How will you get out of it?
It was getting out of control, so I decided to take myself in hand. Hey, steady on. Take myself in hand and try and,
You look fantastic.
Try and not be enormous.
There's no harm being enormous when you smell the way you do. Your raspberry.
Smell won't get you everywhere in life, PJ, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm trying to get enormous at the moment. Unintentionally, I just can't stop myself. I've after losing I'm comfort eating like there's no tomorrow. Jesus, crisps. I have gone off on a mad one at the moment. I'm watching Jim
crisps.
That was an expression. I didn't want to say Jesus Christ on Good Friday.
That's true. Yeah.
So Jesus crisps.
Yeah. Which is again an expression you've used in the past, isn't it, for communion?
Oh, Jesus crisps.
When they hand out the Jesus crisps.
Yeah, they are Jesus crisps, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If we don't get dragged off the air by authorities, we'll be just struck down by a lightning bolt from the sky one day.
Well, they're just Jesus crisps until they get the blessing of the Holy Immaculate, and then
the Seven Servants.
And then they become the body and bloods and all that,
Yeah.
But
you're so active all the time. That's the one thing I always have to say about you. Like, I am terrible for that. Like, so when the show is over, because literally nobody else wants me to do anything for them, they'd never hire me for anything or whatever. But anyway, I go home, but you have loads to do all the time.
Always,
you're always on the move somewhere.
Flat out,
so it kind of, you never get enormous.
I do get
enormous. No matter how hard you try, you're always walking and you've got kids running around you have to run after, and then you've got endless people offering you money to do things for them, and it's just a constant battle.
True. But I'd love to be just able to sit around to be enormous. I'd love it. I'd love it. That's definitely something I'd be aiming for in the future.
Right.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's a busy life. Oh my God, it's a busy life. Oh, Jim. Oh, you wouldn't understand. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. I mean, that's why I have to eat chocolate all the time. I have time to be cooking.
Well,
I only have time to stick cream eggs in my pocket and
It's
run.
literally just fuel for you, isn't it? It's just to keep you on the move.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. And much like an old diesel banger tractor of the 1960s, it can only go for so long. I'm starting to get dirty carburetors and they're getting older and all that.
Remember earlier on the show when people, albeit I don't know if they were tongue-in-cheek or if they were genuinely having a go, giving out to us about Good Friday and not observing it in the way that it should have been observed.
Yeah, because he made a sausage. Would you ever get over it? Stop.
When you were a kid, was that your sort of household?
No, not really. My ma felt guilty about it. She always goes, you can't be making burgers on Good Friday.
Yeah.
And I would but I don't like fish. I didn't like fish as a young lad, Fish fingers and all. She'd go, there's fish fingers there. I said, there's more fish in the burger.
Was that not every Friday though? I kind of remember as a kid they made you do it on every Friday.
Some people did the every Friday thing. We didn't, thankfully. We just had the Good Friday thing. And I think a lot of that was just because my dad wanted fish and chips.
Oh yeah, fancy the chipper.
It'd be a special thing, and there was no queues for anything back then. You just walked in, and you got
it from the chipper. Yes, posh sods.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been a big thing. Good Friday, the chipper, it would have been a thing. No. Yeah, that loaded my ma doesn't have to cook. She'd be doing the big Easter dinner anyway.
Me coming from a deprived area, not the leafy suburbs of Clontarf.
Are you joking? Are you sure all you ate in Fingers was chips?
But you had to make them yourself.
Yeah, I doubt it. There was a fellow who was going around carving potatoes.
We always had, What is it about? I don't care what anybody says, right? And I know there's all sorts of fakeaways and there's whatever, and trust me, I do know, because I've been trying to see could I manage to, create one that would even give me the taste of a disgustingly kind of bad for you meal. But anyway, and you can't. I don't care what anybody says. If you know what I mean? When it comes to having kind of like chipper food or fast food or takeaway food or whatever sort of, I'm sorry, you just have to go. You have to accept it. You have to go and you have to get your whatever you're going for. Chipper, McDonald's, Chinese, Trying to fake it is...
Well, your problem is you could do it easily, but the thing is if you did it yourself and you put on as much salt and shit that they put on in there, and you did it yourself, you go, fucking hell, that's an awful lot.
Maybe that's it.
If you can't, you have to be turned away from the process, You could easily make it. Yeah. You go, why is this so delicious? Because there's fucking every shit you can think of is in it. More oil than you can dream of, more butter, more salt,
probably
more MSG, more. Whereas you be at home going, I wonder is that enough? Fuck the whole thing in. And then it tastes exactly like your chipper or your Chinese. Whereas we're trying to make it,
Yeah.
Say, like when we get chefs in here.
It's like the other thing as well is, do you ever notice, have you ever had that situation where, this thing portion size?
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, so portion size, and then so let's say like on a packet, it's whatever it is for that, and then, for a portion
feeds
of
2
whatever,
or 3 or 4, yeah.
And then you see what it is.
Yeah.
So say you put in, so whatever a packet would say is your portion of rice, right? Compared to what you'd get from the Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
So what? I just eat that one.
What a bleeding are you out of your mind?
It's like you take a portion size out of the Chinese one, and it's basically the full thing is still left.
It's still there.
It's unbelievable. So you're probably having about 8 portions
You're
worth.
eating for a family of 8. Yeah.
That's what makes it lovely.
That is what makes it lovely. That's the thing. You buy a lasagna or whatever in the shop, and it says feeds 4, and you go, oh, fuck, it's just me.
Which
here.
4?
Well, what 4 people are eating that? It's definitely 3 and a little bit left over, maybe.
At a push.
And that's if you have vegetables and potatoes and all, right?
Right.
So you just go, I don't eat the vegetables and potatoes, and just eat the whole fucking thing for 4.
I know.
And you still go, oh, I wonder if there's a bit of cheesecake around the place or a bar of chocolate or something.
Yeah, and even, you know something, we've had that situation where even with a homemade lasagna or pie, shepherd's pie or something, or whatever, you make it in the oven dish and blah blah blah, and then you find out afterwards that some people would put that into 4 or maybe even 8 or something.
Yeah, I know.
And you're thinking like,
no, you're going,
we just had a half each.
What's wrong with you? You're all right.
So I mean, I had no concept.
When you're in someone else's house and they say, well, I order pizza for everyone. You ever been that thing? And there's like, I don't know, there could be 10 people there, whatever. And they're like, you will order pizza, and then 3 pizzas arrive, and you're going, what the fuck is going on?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm like,
yeah,
there's 3. What's that work out as? 3 slices each? What am I?
You see,
what am I going to die?
And that's what happened. I remember being talking to somebody about pizza, right?
Was there? I told you I wanted pepper. I want the whole one.
Yeah. And they actually turned around and said, oh yeah, no, we've got a pizza in or whatever,
Yeah.
A pizza. There's 4 of you in the house, sort of. Yeah. I mean, we'd have a, like, I wouldn't, I mean, God, I struggle with a second slice, but I certainly wouldn't do a third.
What do you mean you struggle with a second slice? What
are you serious? And then I'd easily eat a full pizza on my own.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? It's a serving. It's literally a serving.
Technically, there are slices.
Yeah, but that's a fucked up logic. So when I cut my sausage, it's now for 2 people, is it? It's management to get it into your mouth,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I would always relate to a pizza as a pizza for a person.
Do you want a pizza?
Whereas lots of people see a pizza as like, will we get a pizza? And there might be 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And you're thinking,
and you're like,
what else will you use?
Who's not eating? Because you're not all eating this. There's no way. There's not enough. There's not enough.
Is there any wonder?
Oh no, as well. And then you might get, oh, hold on, no, don't worry. There's not just a pizza. There's a chips as well. You're like, chips, chips, fucking chips. For 10 of us, there's fucking chips. Now I get 3 of them?
Yeah.
I get 3 of them to put. What do? Put them on one of the slices of pizza, you bollocks.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Yeah, they do that thing. Yeah, we'll just get chips to nibble on. No, we don't really no nibble.
No, there'll be no nibbling.
I want to eat them.
Yeah, and then you go to a restaurant with someone. Will we share a starter? There's 2 fucking onion rings in one of them starters. And we have to wait them for dinner. Eat your own food, you fucking idiot. No, we're not sharing a starter. Wow. We're not sharing anything. Or some other arsehole suggests that you share sushi or you share tapas or anything. And you're going, now, are you going to... What do I have to do? I have to eat at your level now. Because we're going to be doing this 6 to 1. And I mean 6 to 1, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to order some bullshit I'd never order. And then I'm going to have to eat 3/4 of that.
Yeah. So that and just to give you a piece of something that I actually like.
And then I have to order the food I actually want and eat all of that in front of you.
Yeah.
You're
exactly.
like, come on, cop on to yourself.
I think I'm getting a glimpse into why maybe we are, not as svelte as we were once upon a time in the past.
But we're normal, Jim. We're normal. It's all of these other ones that are mad. And let's be honest.
I have to say the pizza, because like at first I was thinking to myself, well, maybe it's one of them where they make something like like you see in America. You know the way you see those things? You don't really see them in Ireland that much. They're enormous pizzas. They're the size of like bus wheels.
They are too. I bought one of them in Boston at Christmas. That was ridiculous.
You see, you don't really get them over here. I don't know what they are. Beyond 20 inch.
But you just ask for a large over there and that's what you get.
Wow.
That's what happened to me. I
And I
asked
was
for a
thinking,
large.
well, maybe it's that. Maybe that's what they mean by a pizza.
But you don't, not here, it isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's barely the
I
size.
mean, even if you get a 12-inch, which is kind of like, considered a large sort of thing,
yeah,
is it?
but it's like the
No,
size.
actually, no, it's not. You can get a 16-inch, can't you?
You can get a 16, yeah, but
Maybe.
I don't know. A pizza, there's generally
I
a
actually
pizza
thought
is
it was-
accepted as like 12 inches.
I actually at one stage thought I was being good when I just ate a 10-inch all to myself. I would
are.
regard that as a personal pizza.
Yeah, it is. A 12-inch is a personal pizza.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to share it, and I'd have it with garlic bread and garlic dip as well.
And a few chips.
And a few chips, yeah. A few chips I scabbed off the other shite bag that got one between 10 of us. Yeah, as I ran out the back door with a full pizza, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I like
Do you know what
it's
this is kind of reminding me of as
and
well?
4 points probably.
This is the food equivalent of that time when we had your mate in. Lovely, lovely bloke. The coffee guy. Remember the coffee guy who was the
Yes.
champion barista from 3E?
Yeah, he's great fella. His name won't come to me now.
Doesn't matter anyway. Like
Your friend, yeah. What's
Yeah.
his name? Dunno.
That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Real close friend of PJ. Anyway, he was in, and remember, he was aghast
Couldn't
at the
believe it.
amount of coffee we drink.
He came in with one of them fellas that has the 2 short pants and the socks and the beanie that only covers the crown of his head. Remember, he came in with one of them fellas.
yeah.
And they were setting up, and Niall Harbison, he says, do you drink a lot of coffee? And we went, we do, yeah, we do, all right. And your man goes, how much did you drink? And we held up these pots that we drink, right? I held up mine, and it's one of the very large pots.
Yeah.
So 8 cups maybe of Italian
8, I
size,
think it
right?
is, yeah.
So 8 cups, and I went like that, and they both went, oh my God. And then Niall goes, oh, jeepers, and that's between you. And then Jim held up his one, and he saw that was empty, and he went, they were like, fucking hell. Like it was jaw-dropping moment for them, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was a jaw-drop
Yeah.
moment. They were both like, "Oh wow!"
They couldn't believe that we weren't
holy
shaking like somebody needing a fix or
Yeah,
whatever.
and then they
because
were like, "Right, oh my god!" And then they were making us more.
That's
with
right.
their machine. They brought in their big machine.
They were
and
going to
everything.
make a perfect coffee. Which,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I'm saying he was thinking in his own mind, he was probably thinking, this is going to be wasted on these 2 idiots. Their taste buds are
Yeah,
probably
they're-
shot.
They can't taste anything, surely. But they couldn't believe it. They
must
were
be-
genuinely
they must be
aghast.
caffeine high.
We were like the pint man of coffee to them. You know your man going, I'd drink 13 pints before breakfast and then I'd take the shirt off any man's back and then I'd have a few
Yeah.
more. We were exactly like that at the coffee world.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know.
And hearing...
And he goes then, is that it for the day? We're like, no, we'll probably have another one on the way home and all.
Yeah, we've occasionally gone for a coffee after the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just saying, listening to us talk about food, I'd say there's people out there listening to this going, sweet lamb of God. I mean, that would kill a person. The way we talk about eating food.
Right.
Just mean.
I'd say there's more people going, sounds about right to me now, to be honest with you. You know, I do.
Yeah, I've seen the videos. The pair of yous look.
Yeah, I do.
You're starting to show us.
And if you're one of those absolute pricks, listen to this now, and you go, oh no, it's all right, I understand what they're saying. They don't eat the crusts. If you're one of those oddballs who was sitting, if I was on a date and somebody like left the crusts on, I would call the guards on them. I'd be like that.
Left the crust behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what garlic dips were invented for.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you, and it's as good as any other part of the pizza.
I'm telling you where it's
don't-
very
you have
good.
to
Tell you
eat
what you
everything.
do is, have you ever done this, right? You get your pizza slice up and you roll it from the crust down.
Oh yeah, make a big like a sort of spring roll out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you see you get all of the goodness.
You do
on
yeah.
the crusty bit as well.
You do,
And
and
you
it
get-
bursts out. And if you're like us and you eat it fast enough, it burns your hand and everything. You ever do that? It squirts out.
Oh, you get the stuffed crust. Do you?
No, you
Oh,
you
right,
roll it
yeah,
up
yeah.
tight and you bite in. It just comes out and it'll burn your hand.
Absolutely.
because you haven't waited for it to cool down. You can't like an old dog. You're like
Yeah. And you're still eating while you're going.
yeah, you're there. You fucking bad. Oh, fuck me. Oh, jeez, they give that to you hot, and then just straight away again.
Straight away again.
Straight away, you go. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you get the last 2 slices are normal, and you're like, there you go. That was great.
Yeah.
Must do that again now.
I have to say, I did. Pizza is probably the thing I miss the most.
Yeah, I missed the most. What's it been 5 days?
It's only been a couple of weeks.
That's
oh,
amazing.
Jez, I'll tell you something. I remember back in the day when I used to be able to have a pizza.
Pizza, yeah, cheers.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably about 2 weeks ago.
Back in St. Patrick's Day, all those years ago.
No, because I was kind of thinking where if you're to the pin of your collar, what would be your takeaway kind of absolute king number one?
Oh, Chinese for me. Definitely.
Would it be?
Yeah, it's Chinese. Yeah, definitely.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, dirty old curry and prawns and everything falling all over the place.
I mean, I do
keeping
love
all
the-
the
I do
extra
love the
curry sauce,
Chinese.
pouring it over whatever's left. Oh, jeepers. Drinking us and all out of the tub when it's finished. Oh,
and
that's
I would have
the one.
assumed now
I love pizza.
I'd have been a big burger man every time.
Yeah, no.
And like a good big chipper burger.
Yeah.
Or indeed any of the fast food outlets or whatever. I do like, the meatiness. You know me and the meatiness.
Yeah, that's why when Jim gets a pizza, they have to literally slaughter the animals in front of him. He gets one of those, the meat feast, the little bit of everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got any cat left from yesterday, to be saying?
But of late, I really got into the old pizza. It used to be, I'd look forward to it all week. Might be a Saturday night, maybe.
Yeah, because it's great.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a joy.
And the carb-loaded sickness then when you're sitting on the couch going, ugh.
Yeah.
And then the beer doesn't even work. Oh, it's great. You can drink all the beer and not even get a hangover because you're it soaks it all up on you. Robs it off you. Robs it off your liver.
That is true.
Yeah.
Pizza and beer is a great thing.
Oh, it's a great thing.
I always eat and drink responsibly or whatever it is that I'm obliged to say. Am I obliged to say it when we're on the Wild West of the
anything
internet?
on the podcast.
Anything you can say. Can you?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
Willie and all.
Yes, well, Jabers, I've said a lot worse than Willie already on this. Have you got a Willie pizza? Jim would have it anyway, as long as it was meat. I don't want any of them skinny Willies.
That is a vicious...
I don't want any of them skinny Willies from last week. Give me a good fresh fat cat's Willie. Stick it on there with the bacon.
What is your go-to Chinese order?
It's
do you just go dirty, do you?
Dirty, yeah.
I have to confess, because you get people and they have their I love hoisin, blah blah, whatever.
No.
I have to say,
king prawn, fried rice, loads of Del curry slopped on it. Mix all the chips in, mix it all up together and all that. Yeah. Or maybe an old spring roll on the side.
I'd go even dirtier again. Just get me a load of chicken balls and chips and curry sauce and all.
Pour them into these underpants. I want to eat them fresh out of them.
Oh my God, where did that come from?
You said eating them dirty.
What is it about that we use that expression for? I had this big dirty burger.
I don't know. Imagine you did do that now your underpants. And they'd be out going swimming the next day. Someone's going, Jim, I think I had an accident. You go, no, I didn't know. It's just from the Chinese last night. It's a bit of curry left over.
Jeez.
You know,
Oh my God.
Yeah, actual curry. I don't mean one that's gone through you. I mean from eating it out of the underpants the night before.
That took a very nasty.
That's what I'm saying. No,
I just hope now somebody's listening to this halfway through an Easter egg. Oh no, for the love of you.
Yeah, rub your Easter egg into your underpants as well. Just get a fresh pair of drawers. Tie a knot in each leg. Fill it up with chocolate. Walk around like a little basket. You dirty chocolate munching little fella. You having a great time? Fucking pervert.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
With Apple Green, helping you enjoy a better journey. Now offering hundreds of M&S food favourites on the go.
The good weather, even when it's in Ireland, the rare bit we get of it just seems to make everything a little bit better.
Oh, it's just
takes
glorious.
the edge off the stuff that's not so good.
Yes.
Enhances the stuff that is good.
The mood
that's
of the
why
nation,
I'd say that's why so many people, I mean, if you had the choice, surely to God, if money wasn't the object, surely you'd retire to, just to feel the sun in your bones, wake up to blue skies of a morning.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. And that's what makes me wonder.
Pipe dream.
What in the name of God? The Brits are at it again.
What?
It makes me wonder what in the name of God is going on with the Brits. Because they've released the top, I suppose, what would you say, locations for British retirees to go and relocate to, right?
Right.
And Ireland is number 2 on the list. Ireland. Cyprus is number 1 and Ireland is number 2. Now, traditionally, they always went, to the coast of Spain or somewhere like that. And, that's why you arrive in the likes of Tenerife, maybe. And there's certain parts of Tenerife where it's just like, it's great to be back here in Spain, get your sausages in mash and all that.
Yeah. There are. It's funny that, isn't it? There are kind of like either entire resorts or big sections of resorts.
Huge sections.
That do end up being very sort of...
entire towns,
associated with a nationality. There's an Irish part of some place, or there's a particularly English part of some place, or whatever, or resort.
Well, brace yourselves.
Hang on a second. So, what's the attraction for Ireland?
I'm not really sure. Apparently, like they say, visa access is obviously very easy because we even though they're out of Europe, we still have that agreement where we can live in each other's constituencies or whatever. Then they say healthcare quality. James,
I suppose when you're getting older. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that argue with that.
I think so. Economic and political stability.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody trying to buy a house would say we've got great economic stability. And then it says lifestyle and safety. Okay, I get that, but climate comes into it as well. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about?
Who's ever retired to Ireland for the weather?
For the weather.
Wow.
The weather is-
so your choice is you go to, as you say, the coast of Spain, or you go to the, the Balearics or the Canaries or the whatever it is.
Yeah,
and you think,
Cyprus is the number one.
Or Cyprus,
That's the number one for them.
Absolutely.
And then we're number two.
You know you're going to wake up in good weather most of the time, year round. You come to Ireland and what is that?
What is this place? Yeah, and also they say it's a much easier to understand tax system for retirees in Ireland, which I have no idea how they came to that either. I mean, tax.
Well, the tax system here is they just take it all off you, so I suppose that makes it easier. Don't worry about it. We'll just take it off.
Yeah. How many monies is that?
All of them.
Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing
would
is,
you like to pay something for next year?
On the economic side of it, and lifestyle and all that, come to Ireland where you can pay, I don't know, 8, 9 quid a pint.
Yeah, I paid $7.90. I paid for one there the other day.
There you go.
$7.90.
And that wasn't Temple Bar or anything. That was just a standard boozer, wasn't it?
Well, it was in town. Yeah, it was in the city, but it wasn't. Yeah,
it wasn't a tourist trap.
Tourism. No. I was shocked. I was appalled. I swear to God, if there was a British person there, I'd say, "Don't move here. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind."
That's a weird one. I don't see. What's that about? I don't get. And we're not that much different in terms of
weather. And
in fact, there's parts of Britain that probably gets much better weather. The more southerny.
Yeah, you would have thought so. Just go to Cornwall or something.
Devon or somewhere or whatever the heck.
Yeah, I don't
even know what those places are. I just assume they're in the south.
They are. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right down south. And very close to. Yeah, but that's what makes sense to me. Like, what sort of Brit goes? I've got everything I need. I understand the system. I know what I like. I know how to get food that I like. So I think I'll go to Longford. I think I'll go to Longford.
Exactly. Jersey is one of those islands. Jersey and Guernsey and all those kind of places, and even Brighton, wasn't it? Wasn't that a sort of a retirement place?
Yeah,
where, that's kind of.
And it's all still among the British system.
Yeah, and you literally. So why you come over here? You got to change your currency for stars.
There's still an element of people though that they probably don't get that we're not in the UK anymore. You do always come up against that, don't you?
I suppose there is a touch of that. Yeah.
They relocate and they go, "What are you doing with those silly euros, then?" Of course, you still take real money. You're like, no. Yeah. This is pounds, mate. Pounds. Your queen, she's on it. Real money. Oh, real money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's cost
they're always very welcome, aren't they?
I know it costs €8 for a pint, but in real money, how much is it?
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
I think it's looking all right at the moment. And it might be one of those days where you're tempted maybe, obviously a lot of kids are off school or whatever, so there'll be people out and about a bit more, I suppose, parks and whatnot going on. Of course,
it's getting to that time of year.
And likewise, if you're in work, it might be the opportunity to think, something, maybe I'll blooming will go and have lunch al fresco.
Well, careful now, careful.
Exactly, because we know, particularly depending on where you are, right, where you're working and where you go for your lunch and all that sort of stuff, there are certain areas that are prone to attack.
We've all seen it. You're eating a bag of chips and then a seagull in a North Face jacket comes up with an electric scooter and robs the whole bag off you.
Unbelievable.
Seagulls are
and
causing
for you, of all people, that's a huge deal because, you share food with no person.
I don't. With
no beast. No man or beast.
No living human being gets anything from me.
No, I tell you.
No way.
So you'd fight to the death against a seagull if he went after your chips.
I literally hide chips on my kids and everything, and that's the truth I do. And that's the truth. And a new study, though, has found, so here's your way to safety maybe, right? A new study has found that sticking googly eyes on your food, could help deter seagulls because they think it's alive. And they won't attack something that's alive,
Yeah.
So if you put googly eyes...
They won't attack something that's alive.
No, but going to this story, if they think it's alive, they think it could potentially be a danger. It's not because they, so they would, so if you stick googly eyes on your food, right? So if you have a big bag of chips and you're walking home, stick googly eyes on it and they'll think you're just carrying, I don't know, a square cat or something like that. They'll look for something else to peck at or someone else to peck at. So if you have a sandwich, put googly eyes on it. So go out and buy yourself loads of googly eyes, even the little edible ones that you can get now, maybe, and put those on. And as they move around, you can scare the seagulls.
Something specific about the eyes that makes them think it's a...
Well, it's the sign of life, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you know, you could wave your sausage in the air, and that, you know, that
Are
might
you
make it.
out of your mind? Wave your sausage in the air.
Well, I'm just saying it might, you know, it might make it look like it has a bit of life about it.
What you just said is the equivalent of trying to beat away a mugger with a fiver.
I'm just saying.
You're going to lose that fiver.
What signifies life if not
Eyes.
movement and stuff?
That's his eyes.
Well, you can have dead eyes. They might look at it and
But
go,
not
"Whoa."
googly eyes aren't dead. They move.
Well, there you go. Movement. We just said it. Wave your sausage. Wave your sausage in the air.
Scare a seagull on its toes. But no, that's it. No,
Right, so googly eyes
it's
the way
googly
forward.
eyes. The eyes is what makes it look like a being. You know, it's otherwise it's just a food.
No nose, no mouth, no nothing. Just eyes.
Listen, look, if you have time to go and put a nose and eyes and a mouth and everything and hair and all on it, by all means,
What
it'll
about
be
if
even
you
more foolproof.
Arrange your food in a face kind of shape.
Oh my God, this guy's. I don't know what Jim has
I'm
been
just
doing
giving
over the
people
weekend.
options. Giving people options. If they don't have access to, you know, instant access to googly eyes, they might be cut short.
Imagine
Just what I mean?
this will be
They
Jim
have
now.
their takeaway and they think, how can I make this fish and chips or whatever look like it's alive?
This will be Jim now. When he comes down from the hills, next time he's near a coast, God knows how long that could be. Could be 20 years. He sits outside in the cafe. I'll have the fish and chips, the mushy peas, and could you make them into a face, please?
Yes.
Make the
Arrange
chips
them.
look like hair.
Yeah, arrange them on the plate because I want to frighten off the seagulls.
2 slices of lemon that I could use for ears, if you don't mind.
Telling you.
So I can scare away the...
Sounds as realistic to me as googly eyes scaring them off.
Well, they do now say it's actually not foolproof, you know.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Oh, I am shocked.
But they do say the results are better than if there's no googly eyes.
Yeah. Will you adopt it? Like, will you give it a go?
I'll try, yeah. I'll give it a go. Yeah, I'll go to hold.
Yeah, when it comes to food protection, there's no lengths to which you won't go.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, even if it gets me one extra chip, Jim, it's
Yeah.
worth going, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do a test. I'll go to Holt now this weekend and I'll get googly eyes and I'll stick them on everything I'm eating. Could be a long day.
Maybe the other alternative is you could, you know, put your food on your own face and let your own eyes do the work.
I tell you, you're full of great ideas today. Would you go back to just shaking a sausage at something, please?
Glory Days. The best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim.
With Apple Green, helping you enjoy a better journey. Now offering hundreds of M&S food favourites on the go.
Radio Nova.
You'll know that PJ, of course, has a big graw for Cork.
I love Cork.
Yeah, spends a lot of time down there. Obviously, the young offenders, you know, but other good things as well.
Hey,
He's
get out
enjoyed
of it.
himself. He's enjoyed
Young
himself.
Offenders, which is back on your screens this week, yeah?
Yes. You know, you have a lot of affiliations with Cork over the years.
I do.
It wasn't
love Cork.
just the young offenders.
No, I was born there, sure. And also that's...
I mean, do you just lay claim to everywhere, do you?
What do you mean?
Cork,
I was.
Mayo, Dublin.
I don't rate
everywhere.
Mayo. You get out of it. You were the one that puts me in Mayo.
I thought you said your blood was literally
You
from
stop.
a small circle in Mayo.
You stop bringing that up, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was a bit of Roscommon thrown in somewhere as well, was there?
Now you're really getting rude, I have to say.
But anyway, but even PJ with his great graw for Cork will you know readily admit that you know I think it's well known. In fact, I think Cork people themselves also pride themselves on their pride.
It truly is Ireland's Texas. It truly is. You know, they really do think it is the biggest, the furthest south. They think they're the capital of the universe and all that. I think any proud Cork person would tell you that, like you said. And now we're never going to hear the end of it. We are never going to hear the end of it, but they are set to once again have the tallest building in Ireland. My God, Ireland's tallest residential building, the Central Core, the 25-storey rail yard development on the former site of the Sextons there. It was completed on Saturday. So, actually is there. So 85.5 million. The tower and the adjacent buildings are going to deliver 217 homes when complete. So now they imagine, there you go now, tallest building in Ireland. And we have people living in it.
Yes.
It's not like Liberty Hall. It's only a stupid building for little people. You know, not even allowed to live in that.
This
Who'd
will
want
take
to live in
over.
that?
This will take over from the Opera House because it used to be kind of.
We've an opera house, never
Did
seen.
you know? Yeah, we have an opera house.
Yeah.
Now apparently they have a lot of firsts because don't they have the tallest church in Ireland?
They have the tallest church in Ireland, yeah. Where else? They've a few big. The tallest transmitter in Ireland is also there. 225 metres, which is bigger than the Poolbeg Towers, which is a mere 207 metres. They're going, 2 towers they have in Dublin, and not one of them as big as our transmitter. Not even
What's
there.
the transmitter for? What are they transmitting?
TV transmitter. Mullahanish. TV
Right.
transmitter, yeah. And the
If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't get your telly.
you wouldn't even get your telly in Dublin. They make it in Dublin and they can't even watch it without Cork. That tells you what they're like. That tells you what they're like. Coleman's Cathedral, that's what you're talking about. Cove's Cathedral, the tallest church in Ireland, which is 91.4 metres, compared to St. Patrick's in Dublin, which is only 66. So it's only a church, really. It's not really a cathedral at all. If it was anywhere else, they'd only call it a back alley church. You know, not special, nothing special about it.
Incredible. But you know what also was weird about this is that when we were hearing about this story or whatever, I was curious as to what they'd taken the record from.
Yes, you were, and we were looking at them. The 71-metre Elysian building, Ireland's tallest building from 2008 to 2018. We didn't know that.
What is that, or where is that even?
I don't know.
Right.
And
then somebody said Grand Canal, or what
Capital
you call it?
Dock.
Capital, that's
Dublin's
close
Capital
to us
Dock.
here.
Yeah, that's 79 metres. Yeah. And
I never even knew that.
And then
I have to say, I was very disappointed. I was very unimpressed
the
with that.
Meter College Square building. Do you know what that is?
No idea.
82.1. I don't know where any of these are.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not in favour of skyscrapers.
I am.
But I'm just saying that they're not wildly. Like when somebody told us that literally the building just across the road from us was once the tallest building in the whole
for 10
country.
years.
I was
beside
kind
us.
of deeply disappointed. Like it doesn't. You don't look at it and go, wow.
Well, you definitely don't get all Cork about it and go, look at it there, a shining light in the centre of Ireland. What it's all about.
And then the other thing is, then I asked the question because wasn't there a story that like Bono's place weren't they
Bono
trying to
Tower.
make that the highest place and it got knocked back?
Completely
Literally
scrapped, yeah. They just didn't
that was
happen.
planning or something.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it just didn't happen, yeah. So there you go. Oh, so now there's a good one. So Cork, you might have the tallest building in Ireland, but we have, in Dublin, the top 10 things that never happened. How about that? Shove
Yeah.
that.
Take that.
We've that.
So we've got Bono's Hotel that
Bono's Hotel
never happened.
never happened.
That would have been great.
The Bertie Bowl
Oh,
never happened.
would have been brilliant.
Yeah, that would have been great too.
Yeah. Children's Hospital.
Children's Hospital, that never happened. Good one, Jim. Very good one. There's another one, yeah.
That
Pie in
never
the
happened.
sky stuff, yeah.
Fantasy stuff, you know. God, I mean, you see, that's the beauty of things that never happen. Then the sky literally is the limit. You could say anything. You know, you could say that time we were going to build a railway station under the Liffey.
Oh yeah,
that never. No, what you were not. Well, I had the idea. That's what I'm saying.
And wasn't there the whitewater rafting?
Never happened.
Never happened.
Brilliant.
The cable car from one end of the Liffey to the other never happened.
Beautiful.
The Dublin Metro never happened.
Take it out of that
Take
Cork.
it out of that Cork. What never happened down there? They'd be like, absolutely nothing ever happened here.
GloryDaze. It's the very best of Morning Glory with PJ and Jim on Radio Nova.
As you probably heard if you were with us a little bit earlier on, PJ has a bit of a goo on him. He was spoiled rotten yesterday for his birthday. Now even I've fallen into it. for our birthday, with the show being 5 years old, he was, as I say, he was sweet treated out of it. He was full to the brim with Colin the Caterpillar and Percy Pig and everything, you name it. And it turns out there's a food story today, which, if it's true, PJ's a one-man orchestra.
I am. I tell you something, this is an unbelievable story, right? Anyone who's familiar with SpongeBob SquarePants will be familiar with an episode where Patrick asks, is mayonnaise a musical instrument, right?
Right.
And, of course, because some people have more money than sense, the experts at Northumbria University, led by Dr. Rachel Durkin, they studied mayonnaise, and they have classed it that it actually is a musical instrument. So mayonnaise has now been classed as a proper musical instrument. I know that sounds bananas, but they say that if an object can intentionally...
mayonnaise sounds more sort of like egg, bit of olive oil, but it doesn't matter.
But that's like saying a guitar is just a bit of wood and a few strings. So their conclusion, if an object can intentionally produce or modify sound, that's a key one, then it qualifies and mayonnaise passes the test. So,
right.
Whether it's in a jar or a bottle or on its own, it can make sound and even in multiple ways control sound under what is known as the Hornbostel Sax system. Don't know what that is.
No.
Don't know what that is. Don't care what that is. But yeah, they have a organology is the study they use.
Have they described the sound it makes? No, it just alters other sound.
It just alters. So like it alters other sound, but it can use it to shift sound. So mayonnaise is a musical instrument. I love that. I love the thought of Bruce Springsteen. You know the way he introduces the band? He'd be on stage. On guitars, Dickie McDyke, yeah. And here on drums is Bernie McFadden. And on the sandwich is Keith Gillespie. Yeah. And then he does a solo.
Keith Gillespie.
Yeah, whatever, I don't know. And he's munching his sound.
Former Newcastle footballer Keith Gillespie. That would be amazing, yeah?
Yeah,
that'd be great, yeah. Okay, guys, let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's bring it down.
Slow it all down. Yeah, want to introduce the band.
Easy on the mayo there for a moment.
Easy on the mayonnaise, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's go again. Heavy on the mayo. Let's go.
Yeah. Mayonnaise solo.
I mean, of all the ones, mayonnaise. Yeah. I'm a fan of mayonnaise. Absolutely a fan of mayonnaise.
It's all right, yeah.
It's not the first one that would have come to mind as a potential for musical instrument.
Not really.
There's so many more other things that you'd think would be likely to be musical. More than mayonnaise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like there's brown sauce, which has much heavier consistency. I would have thought that's
deeper,
good.
Is it?
Yes, it's deeper. Then there's tomato ketchup, which is obviously
oh, you're just going condiments at the moment, are you?
Just for the moment, yeah.
Right, as opposed to
and then there's Worcestershire sauce, which makes the sound of.
You've been listening to Glory Days, the best of Radio Nova's Morning Glory with PJ and Jim. Catch the show live weekdays 6 to 10 on FM, online at nova.ie, or on the Nova app.